Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 14th of June 2025. Um, yeah, welcome to the video. This is just my weekly video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. It's about 1:30 p.m. local here on Saturday. I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam. Yeah, just going to head out shortly and watch some football. My team's playing very soon. Formula One, we've got the Canadian Grand Prix this weekend. Looks like the Mercedes are going all right. And what else have we got? We've got the cricket, Australia versus South Africa at Lords, and that's a terrible game. Anywho, all right, and happy birthday to my little brother. It's his 60th birthday today, 14th of June. So I try to give him a call, but he's busy. All right, let's get into it. Charts. We've got a couple of changes happening, so let's get into it. All right, the first thing you'll probably notice, this is TradingView. I do all my analysis on TradingView. I'm not a trade signal provider, so please don't follow me blindly. Yeah, I just give some trading ideas and ways to manage trades. Do not follow me unless you have a look at the ideas I give. Make up your own mind whether you take the trade or not, all right? You'll probably notice here we've got the 3 moving averages back on. Now, I'm going to change things a little bit, nothing major, but bear with me. I get a lot of private messages or emails and messages through Telegram and Facebook and that. Ask me why don't I have the 3 moving averages. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put them back on just to make life a little bit easier. It does help with taking some trades, and we'll see that at points in the going forward. So they do help, but I do get a lot of messages about them. The other thing I get a lot of messages about, a lot of people asking, is why do all these different trade management techniques? And look, I was just trying to show a few new ideas, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale out of them. So once a pair's done, I'm basically only going to do the loss recovery based on the MACD Platinum method, which is a simple method. Basically, for example, if I took a buy over here, this is just the Aussie yen. If I took a buy here, and so the MACD Platinum's a valid buy, albeit not a very good one. There's probably support there or something like that. It probably would have been a sort of a break-even trade. Take the sell there, take the buy. It's just basically taking. I'll get when I get to another chart. It's got better examples. This one hasn't got very good examples. I don't want to scroll through. I'll show you what I mean. So we'll look at this. But this is my list here. These are most of the pairs I'm trading. I'm probably going to change this up a bit also. So no big deal. It doesn't matter which pair I trade. I just got to be conscious of correlation and what's happening too, because I'm doing the multi-sequence trading and the other loss recovery and the traditional hedging. I've got a lot of open trades, so it's chewing up a lot of margin in my account. So that's something I've got to be conscious of. Like, it's a pretty big account, with most of this trading I call here is done on my JAGfx account. So it's a $100,000 account, or 130, whatever the balance is. And it's and I'm chewed up most of the margin on that, so that's something I've got to be conscious of. So from now on, I'll just be concentrating on the loss recovery based on the MACD Platinum. If you want to know more about the other trade management techniques, then just go to my YouTube video. I've got plenty of videos. There's watch a playlist called Profitable Forex Trading. Just have a look at that and you'll see all the different ones. But we've still got a few open, so we'll get into them. All right, this is the Aussie yen. Now, something's happening Monday. Now, here we go. We were in a buy here. Well, we still are in a buy technically from the 9th of June. Now, it wasn't a great setup. The MACD Platinum just come below the 0 level. So Monday, we've got a sell signal here. See that red dot on the QMP filter? There's a resistance level on price, hasn't gone up, broken that high. So what I'm going to do, we're going straight into this loss recovery on the MACD Platinum. So this is the buy here. We're going to close it. We're going to take a loss. So it's going to be roughly where that red line is. Obviously, I don't know what price it is until I enter, and I don't know what price I'll close that buy at. So I'll close the buy, take a small loss just between the 2 lines there roughly, and we'll take a new sell for 0.3. So trade 2, I don't know what it is, and I'll have a couple of targets, all right? So Monday, closing the buy, and I'm going to take a sell. You read my notes there? So that is a new standalone sell trade. The MACD Platinum's just above the zero level. It's not great. I seem to be saying it every week, but a lot of these pairs are going sideways. We hopefully break this low here, and we'll see, go from there. So it's the Aussie yen. Pound CAD. All right, this is a multi-sequence hedging. That's the first top three. That's what they all were. The different colors meant the different trade management techniques. So we're in a sell, hedge, buy, second sell. That's sequence one. You can see there, break-even levels, the yellow dash line. So we're through that now, just. Then we've got sequence two, which is a buy, then a hedge sell. Then we had sequence three, which is a standalone sell. Overall break-even is at 184,398. And that's that solid yellow line. Now we're just below that. The MACD Platinum's below the zero level. But I checked my platform before. Even though we're probably at the break-even in pips and an overall value, I've got a bit of swap fees to cover. There's a big swap on one side of this pair, which is a little bit ugly. So I want to see if it drops down a little bit lower, then I'm going to start closing out these trades. Now, you can see there's a red dot. There was a blue dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level, so that put me in buy mode. But Friday, we've got a nice down move. So hopefully that'll follow through. Now we've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum. So there's no real great rush for me to move on this. I'll give it at least another day and we'll see where we're going. There is a nice sort of resistance level on price here, which is generally a pretty good thing when trading the Forex pairs on the bigger time frames like the daily charts. So that's the pound CAD getting very close to overall break even. If I close all the trades now, it'd probably be a small $30, $40 loss or something like that. I don't want that though. It defeats the whole purpose. All right, gold. See, multi-sequence hedging. You can pause the video, read how many sequences we're in. Last trade was this buy here. We're getting up to this high here. See, it gets busy and it chews up a lot of margin having so many trades on. If this just keeps on pushing up, these green, you see a green dashed line like this, horizontal line, it's generally a big number. In this case, it's 3,500. So it's, you can see here, it's spiked up to that on the, when was that, the 22nd of April. So we're heading back towards it. There's a sort of a resistance level. It's a natural sort of round number. So yeah, it could be a bit of a problem. Trend is up. You can see there we go, 3 moving averages. So this is what I mean by the loss recovery. Here's a good example. Say, for example, we took this buy here, and now I've got the moving averages on the chart. I probably wouldn't have taken that buy. Remember I said I like price to come back at least close to the 50 moving average. The 50 moving average is that brown line there. See, price didn't really come close to it. There's a fair gap there. And price is above the 20 simple moving average, which is that yellow dotted line. So that's probably not a buy take. But just say we took it. We don't have a stop in place. We close out on the reversal. So on this sell here, so we take a loss between there and there. And that's on there. And then we've got this new buy signal here, which is a valid MACD Platinum. So we'd take that to try and recover the loss. Now that probably is heading up towards it if that was the case, but we didn't do it. But that just gives you an example. But there's two. So like there, for example, there's a sell. If you lost on that, then you take this second sell. So there's this first sell, close out on the buy. And because the MACD Platinum's still above the zero level, still in sell mode, there's your recovery trade there, which you probably would have got. MACD Platinum through the zero level. Time to get out. And you probably would have recovered. That would have been close. Something like that. So at the moment, at least it's heading up in the right direction. We've cleared the break-even level for sequence 6. So if you go down this list here, sequence 6, there's the break-even, 3,400.74. So that's that yellow there. You can see there, 3,474. So we just push up and see if we clear a couple of these sequences. Aussie USD. Whatever this is the loss recovery. So we're still in this buy trade. We took one buy here and a second buy here. This is like a DCA, dollar cost averaging type setup, which I still do on another watch list and on another account, and that's going It's not exactly setting the world on fire, but it's heading in the right direction. It's a slow, steady grind with that, so it's good. This was a dollar cost average setup. Took the buy here, stop and place there. It's nice and tight to price now. We'll probably get stopped out very shortly. So we're locking in good profit there. In the meantime, I'm taking this sell here, and it went nowhere. I closed it out for a loss. You can read in here, so there's a loss of $134, $135. Took the buy, didn't have far to go, didn't even get close, didn't even go up any further. And you can always see that it's probably going to happen with the regular bearish divergence forming. You know, you can see the MACD's not high, price is grinding up slowly, and you can see it's going to come. So even though I'm taking that buy there, it's a reluctant buy. I wasn't excited about it, and it's going to prove me right. So we'll probably get a reversal to the sell side here, which is no big deal. So I'll just, if that's the case, it's not happening yet. If that is the case, all we do is close out the buy, take a loss, and go again with another trade to the downside. But wait and see. Yeah, that's just my notes. You can pause the video and have a read of that. Now, all these any trades I call. So, for example, we're on Bitcoin here, BTCUSD. So I took a buy trade on the Saturday, the 7th of June. Now, remember, Bitcoin's a 24/7 market. You can see it's the only one ticking over at the moment because the price is still going, all right? So it's something I've got to be conscious of, especially the markets don't actually move that much on BTC during the weekends. You know, it's only hardcore traders. I don't think there've been many day traders, but I have to watch it, especially on the 8-hour charts. I tend to forget about them. I'm trading Bitcoin on the 8-hour, so it's something I've got to check every couple of times during the day on the weekends. So any trades I do call, I tend to take, like for me, the new daily candles at 4 a.m. I'm not getting out of bed till about 6:30 a.m. generally. And so I take a screenshot at that time and call the trade. And any price you see written on the chart is the actual price I'm getting in my account. So that's sometimes it's a little bit past the open, sometimes it's below the open. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Take a screenshot. So it's just more for transparency. I'm not going to call trades after the fact. So yeah. And any trade management, I also call. That's in the Telegram and the Facebook groups. So we've got that new Telegram channels now. So join them, get it. Leave the old ones, just full of scammers, and I can't get rid of them. Or scammers, same. I've lost control over it, but this new one I've got total control, so I can police that sort of thing. So all good. Right, BTC, I took a buy here, and I probably messed up here, I think, in hindsight. It didn't get to the previous high up here. So what's that? 111,836, give or take. So I didn't get up to there. I probably should have closed half, but I didn't. Now we're sort of starting to roll over to the downside. If we get a sell signal here, I'll go into that loss recovery based on the MACD platinum. So in this case, I'd just be ignoring any sell signals because the MACD platinum is below the zero level. So if I say, for example, tomorrow, because it's a 24/7 market, tomorrow I got a sell signal here, I just close it, take the small loss, and just wait for a new buy. Unless the MACD platinum goes above the zero level and there's a new sell signal, then I would take it on that. So we just wait and see. But Bitcoin, we're pretty well at the point of entry. And looking at it now, probably should have closed when it got up here. But other than reaching this previous high or close to it, there's really no real reason to. I could have looked at the saying closed above the 20 moving average, something like that. But live and learn. Right, pound yen. Let's give me a bit of grief. It's in a sell. So here's a good example. If I was taking, now this is just a loss recovery based on the QMP dot. So basically taking every QMP dot. So sell, failed, buy, failed, sell, failed, buy, failed, sell, failed, buy. Who knows? So if we're doing the loss recovery based on the MACD platinum, we'd have taken that sell there, out up here, taking a loss, taking a second sell, see if that, because the MACD platinum's above, so ignoring the buy, taking the second sell. may be pretty close, but we may have missed an opportunity to get out, doesn't matter. Close on the buy, so we took another small loss and take this sell. So there would have been 3 sells there, and then we'd still been in trouble. That would have closed out for a loss, and we're waiting on the next signal. But this may start heading up. We've got a bit to make up on this, so it's got a bit messy and a little bit, yeah. Normally there's decent moves, and then you get in a little cluster like this, and just happens to be we're in this cluster. XAG, USD, silver, in no trades at the moment. You can see the trend is up. Like gold, it's sort of heading up, but this is a bit more savage on the move, heading up. Red dot on the MACD, platinum above the 0 level. These round numbers, this case 35 cent, $35, and that's the $30 level. So it's silver. Just getting ready, potential sell coming up. Euro Aussie. All right, this is a bit of a bummer, this one. So S1, this buy from the 16th of May was stopped out. So I just leave the trades on the chart for the weekend video so you guys and girls can see what trades have been stopped out during the week. So 9th of June, which was early in the week, Monday, I was basically stopped out, which the same day I took a sell. So I took this sell, so sequence 2 is a sell. Now this is a traditional hedging type one, so we took a buy on Friday morning, and I should have probably just closed the sell for a loss after I just said what I was going to do, but I didn't do it, and I took a hedge. What do you call it? Buy. So we'll right. So this one's gone, so I'll get rid of that. So not to confuse anyone, there's no S1 trade on anymore, all right? So I'll get rid of all that. All those ones are gone, just so it's crystal clear. So all we've got is a sell and a hedge buy. So we're just locking in a loss between those two, all right? Even this sell here wasn't great. Even made a note, it's not a great sell setup, but valid all the same. MACD platinum's above the 0 level. But, once you put those 3 moving averages on the chart, it doesn't look so good, does it? So it's, if you avoided that one, I wouldn't argue with you. There's no divergence. It was just a messy sell. But for me, it's a valid sell. Took it, and obviously it's gone against me. We've got a buy here, and we're locking in a loss at the moment. That's a Euro Aussie. Look at that. Right, New Zealand CAD. This is the most range-bound pair lately. You think it looks bad on a daily chart? You should see it on the AUDUSD chart. It's terrible. Hang on a second, I'll see what I can show you. And I've got trades on. Where is it? New Zealand CAD. There. Sequence 1, this is the 8-hour chart, and sequence 2. So sequence 1's a buy and sequence 2 is a sell. Overall, I'm hedged, but now it's burst down to the downside, and we probably draw this. This is an 8-hour chart, keep in mind. So we'll probably break that low there. We're sweet. We'll probably go, then I'll start closing out the sells, then looking to come back and clean out the buys. All right, go back to the daily chart. So I took this sell here, sequence 2. Not much happened at all. Then we took a hedge buy, because this is traditional hedging, took a hedge buy S1. Now on Monday, I'm taking where's my notes? Yeah, I've written down a buy. It's not a buy. On Monday, it's a sell. So we're taking a sell, trade 2 on sequence 2. What else? Well, I've got 2 sequences. Yeah, all right. Because this was a new buy trade, I commenced a new sequence also. So it's a bit like the multi-sequence hedging. So S2 there and S1, they're 2 different sequences. So I'm taking a second sell for sequence 2, and I'm taking a hedge sell for sequence 1. So I don't know where the entries are going to be, and don't know where the overall break-even is going to be in that. So we'll get to that on Monday once the market opens. So there's new sell signal on Monday. But if you're not in a sequences like I am, I wouldn't take that sell. It's not convincing. It's not a great setup. It's not a standalone sort of trade. That's that's New Zealand CAD. New Zealand USD in a buy, and it looks a bit messy at the moment. Took this buy here on the 26th of May. It wasn't a great setup because we're at these previous highs here. This green line is the 60-cent level. That's the 55-cent level. They're big numbers in the New Zealand USD. So you can see there it's sort of paused a bit. You can see it's come down and bounced off it a couple of times. So they're big round numbers. Now taking that buy there, look, I think I might have said last week it wasn't convincing. And especially now you start to see a bit of divergence forming. You see price is slowly grinding up and the MACD platinum way down below price. So straight away the alarm bells come. I've already closed half. Now I'm not sure when I did it. It might have been not sure when I did it, but I did it. You can just look at the spreadsheet. Close half, stop in place. I can't lose on the trade overall, but it's not, the way it's going, it's probably going to stop me out. There's already a red dot on the MACD platinum above the zero level, so I'm in sell mode. Remember, it was selling when it's above the zero level and buying when it's below the zero level. And we've got this divergence and we're at this 60% level. So it'd be probably a sell coming up, I'd imagine, and stopped out of that buy. But we can't lose on the buy, and we're going to, wait and see. Aussie Swiss, now a little bit messy here. This is a loss recovery on the MACD platinum. So I took a sell here, got an opposite buy. Now it was very close. I actually made 3 pips on the trade, but the swap, the negative swap, turned that first into a loss. So basically I just said I lost 3 pips instead of winning 3 pips. I just want to recover my swap. So I took a second sell here. Again, not a great setup, but it's a valid one. The MACD platinum just above the zero level. Took the sell, bigger position size. My targets are right at the entry. Basically, I need to go 2 or 3 pips, and it's done that. So on Monday or Tuesday, it might just give it another day, see if we get a bit of a push down. Then I'll just start reducing my trade size. See, the loss is only $3.24, so I could close two-thirds of that, so 0.3 trade. I'll bring it back to my base lot, which is 0.1, and put a stop in place just up there somewhere, recover my loss, and put myself in an overall no-lose position, something like that. EURUSD in a buy from the 20th of May. It's just going up slowly. I'm just dragging my stop up. So the stop's just below this low here, just still under the 20 simple moving average. Can't lose on that, all good. And in the meantime, I just keep on adjusting my trend lines for potential divergence. See if it breaks this high here. If nothing else, it'll be divergence anyway. Regular bearish divergence. But we've got a blue dot on the MACD platinum now, so we're heading up. Pound Aussie. All right, a few things happening here. Took this buy back here on the 12th of May. That's been stopped out. So you can read it over here. Then I took this sell, and that's been stopped out. So I made profit on both. You can read those. Made profit on both. So they're both out of the game. So I can delete them, close half quickly, and set stops. So didn't lose on either. So we get rid of all that. Probably should have paused the video and did this, but So on Monday, what we're going to do is, if we get rid of this, lines everywhere. On one, Jim. Now we've got the moving averages. Damn, can't be that hard, Jim. Well, cells. Right, that didn't take long. On Monday, we've got a new buy. Again, not a great setup. MACD platinum's below the zero level. Prices come back towards the moving averages, which is good. But my concern is this resistance level in price. But it's a valid buy signal. I'm going to take it. So Monday, new trade. So here we go. S1, sequence 1, buy. Don't know the price yet. I'd like to see it break this high and go up a bit. See, like this got a bit messy, come straight, went up for 2 days and down, straight back down. All right, pound USD, my little problem child still. This is one that's tying up most of my margin. As we all know, I've gone through this, I've been in this for a long time. You can read my notes, which get a little bit messy over here on the left. In multiple trades, closed some trades, made some money. Last trade was this sell here, and it's really just gone sideways for a week. There's it was good news and bad news. Bad news on Friday morning. I guess bad news if you're living in downtown Tehran, Iran. Israel bombed the crap out of here, which created havoc on the markets at the time. I was sitting there, I was actually looking at, I've got an EA running on a 3-minute pound USD chart, and it just fell off a cliff. I'm just looking at it going, oh, what happened there? And it always looks worse on the lower time frame charts. It just looks like the sky's falling, but then you have a look at it on a daily chart, and yeah, it's like a little speed bump. So yeah, we're going sort of nowhere at the moment on this. Got multiple sequences open. I'm just tying up margin. I've got a lot to recover in losses. I just got to get it down amongst these yellow lines, and we can start taking some action, but it's just not playing the game. And again, we've got this grind up. And look, I know it's hard to see, but if you look here, there's the brown, that's the 50 moving average. So that's just tracking through here. Price is not coming back and touching that, which is unusual. So if you've got a buy signal here, it'd be a reluctant buy. And I might just hold off. I might just have a look and see, give it a day or two, because this is not setting up nicely, because you've got this regular bearish divergence here. Price is a long way from the moving averages. So even if we did get a buy here, and I'm not sure if we're close. Let's have a look. I've got a chart set up something. Get rid of that EA. Where are we? Pound. Yeah, this is the pound USD. See what I mean by the, you probably can't see it because it's out of the picture range. Hang on a sec, I'll bring it down a bit. That's better. So I've got my QQE in here, I'm just keeping an eye on it. So you can see this is the same chart, I'm just on MT4 at the moment. See, that was probably a decent buy, but if we got a buy in here, that's too far from the 50 moving average, which is not ideal. It's one of my rules, and the MACD is close to the zero level, and we've got that divergence from there to there and up there like that. So it's not ideal. Go back to TradingView. So it's a bit messy. We're just trying to work my way out of it. Right, USDCAD, another one's giving me a bit of grief, but we did have some good news on the loss recovery. LRM trade 1, we had a few losses built up. Trade 4 was last trade and had a loss of about $514 on yesterday, Friday. I closed trade 4 as the loss was fully recovered just by a couple of bucks. So I made $3. That covers all the swap, everything. So I'm out of the loss recovery trade. So that's all, they're all dealt with. So this is my target 1 and target 2, so they can get removed. Be gone. So I recovered that loss, so that's no longer an issue. So all I've got now is this sequence 1, which is a pain in the butt that's hedged. It's a traditional hedging. Last trade was there, the sell. And I've taken a sequence 2, commenced a new sell here, and that's already closed half, and I've got a trailing stop there, so I can't lose on sequence 2. So that's good. So what we ideally want is price to come down a little bit further even, doesn't matter, because we're hedged here. And we can make a little bit more in sequence 2, then when it reverses to the upside, then we can close out sequence 2 if we wish, take that profit, bank that, then try and get out of sequence 1. Or even look at going to dollar cost averaging, getting out of the, say the sells and just going to buy mode or something like that. USDCAD, I was actually having a couple of beers last night with one of my Canadian friends, and I was having a bit of a whinge about USDCAD, and I'll just tell them how it's just, as much as I love Canada, I've got a cousin that lives in Canada, I've been to Canada, it's just one pair that I just don't have any luck with at all, and I just keep on going back to it for some dumb reason, I don't know why. But that's where we are at the moment. USD, Singapore dollar. Yeah, this is the bit ugly, this one also. The good thing is we do have some winning trades. So that's these 3 trades over here. They're all sells from this red line here, that red entry. So they got to stop down here. So we're looking a little bit of profit there. However, we've got sequence 1, which is just now DCA to the buy side. That's the overall break-even level there, that yellow line. So we're a long way from that. So I went DCA mode around here, and it's just dropped down since. We've got conflicting divergences here. You can see you've got nice hidden bearish divergence there. So, and I've got a sell signal there. I didn't want to hedge all this because I'm just committed to that now. I'm just going to commit to that. But I took a sell anyway, but I don't like the fact that we had this regular bullish divergence also. So we got like conflicting. There's 2 divergences. One saying sell and the other one saying buy. So what's that dice straight? Song, there's 2 men saying the Jesus, so one of them must be wrong. There's a protest, he's singing a protest song or whatever. So yeah, so it's conflicting. I took the sell anyway, it's no big deal because I'll just go into loss recovery again if I have to. And if it goes down, so be it. I'll make a bit of money there, which I'd rather not. I'd rather it go up, and I'd rather take the loss on this sell trade because I need another buy to get back into this and bring that overall break-even level down. So that's the US Singapore dollar. That's 30 minutes already. I must be talking crap. US stock market. We're grinding up slowly, grinding up. Apparently the US and China have become mates again, or allegedly. Who knows? But we've got this divergence forming. You can see price is grinding up slowly, but the MACD is not following. Big divergence there. And we're getting to the previous high also. So we go to a weekly chart, just go to weekly. You can see we're at close to the all-time highs, or getting close, but it's having trouble getting up there. Still, the MACD platform still below the 0 level on the weekly. Nice little bounce off the 240, isn't it? Look at that. There's a low there too, so a lot of confluence there. But I digress. Go back to the daily chart. There's that same area in there. Yeah, it's just grinding up, but obviously the markets are a bit in turmoil on Friday because of the Israel-Iran thing. Who knows what's going to happen there? Haven't watched the news today, so I've got no idea. All right, boys and girls, that's it. So just a few things. Obviously the 3 moving averages are back on the charts. No big deal. Nothing changes with the system. And even though I'm going to loss recovery on the MACD Platinum now, just to reduce the number of trades, etc., nothing changes with regards to how I enter the trade. Still the same trade rules, same indicators, just different ways of managing trades. That's all it is. All right, I'll go watch the Roosters play very shortly. I think they kick off in about an hour and a half. I might actually watch the highlights, who knows. It's not a full strength side, but all right, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and thank you for watching. If you do like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. Cheers, guys.